major climate change impact that's happening there is, of course, the temperature is rising, and then the whole glaciers are melting. That is the bigger level impact. If you talk about the livelihood impacts, then there are like various miniature impacts that are happening that are very subtle, but then it's affecting their livelihoods very much. For example, the springs are drying up. There is a temperature rise is causing various pests and diseases in the agriculture, and then the people don't know how to cope with it. Well, there are actually two ways how we can explain this. The first is that people, I wouldn't say the people they are doing it autonomously. They are not exactly adapting, but they are rather coping with these changes. They're just trying to just fit into it and trying to survive through it, trying to survive their livelihoods through it. In terms of adaptation, there have been numerous policy interventions which are obviously guided by the international development, and there has been various LAPAs that have been prepared by various organizations in these areas. For example, in Rasua, the LAPAs have been prepared by WWF, similarly in Nuwakot also. But if you go to the community level, these people do not know exactly the difference. They have voluntarily said that these are the adaptation needs they need, but it is very much similar to the regular development activities. So the awareness is also not there. To mention few, one could be the spring research that we are doing in Nuwakot, which is one of the pioneer things that practical action has been. This is a very new thing for practical action. What we are doing there is we are trying to map a water tower and trying to find out various springs and why they are drying up. There will be a constant monitoring there, and we are trying to give that database back to community so that they can actually use that database and try to conserve their springs. And another thing we are actually very much working on is this. We're trying to put whole Highaware research into use. So we're actually helping Highaware and ISIMO team to build a good relationship with the policymakers and government. And in that, one of the important things that we are doing is in the downstream, in the Chitwan, we're actually trying to work with local governments and trying to give them a climate change certificate training program. So it is under design and will soon be implemented in December.